And here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Ladies and germs, welcome to another live. Flavor water. Flavor water. It is the seltzer, the water that is the seltzer of the water of the seltzer. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Wow. Okay. I will give y'all a few minutes. Y'all look like y'all taking your time, sliding up in here. Asambate. Asambate. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Diesel in the building. My man, my man, my man. Hey, we got a lot to discuss. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Um, I am getting ready. Well, not. Hey, Grand Madam, you made it, and you are one of the face. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, yeah. Steezel, Grand Steezel, the usual. Yeah, I see y'all. Okay, cool. And slow mode is off for those in concern. That means you can type comment after comment after comment, and you don't have to wait. So you're welcome. Get a couple more body parts in here, y'all. I like the new profile picture, Grand Madam. You look very different. Different in a good way. Nice. You're welcome. Um, I threw up my Chiefs Kingdom flag. Um, y'all like, so what? Don't nobody care about the Chiefs. I care. There. I'm doing some cleaning, some arranging, and Mr. Smith in the building. Was happening? We got some stuff to talk about, man. Y'all got me excited yesterday, man. Y'all made me feel like a celebrity. I was like, goodness gracious. I didn't know I was gonna spark all that conversation. I just asked the question. Go figure. Ah, Yo Ray, yo Ray, yo Ray. Wait for a couple more people. Wait for a couple more people, and we will dive in to the issues of the day, y'all. Um, thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. That almost felt that like that had Russell Simmons vibes to it. Nah, but I do. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I try to make this a I don't know, safe space where if you feel like you want to say something, you can say it, and you don't have to worry about nobody, excuse me, saying anything off color or disrespectful or, yes, the more anti-T'Challa foolishness. And your comment was one of the ones that sparked one of those videos, man. Like when you said that the um the non-recast crowd is going to ramp up their efforts after this trailer come out. I had somebody say something to me yesterday and I was just like, I'm gonna take this the right way. You know what I'm saying? It's what Bruce Lee used to say. When my opponent expands, I contract, and when my opponent contracts, I expand. So that was one of them people I had to contract on. So talking about we don't know. Even if Derek Bozeman did say some stuff, that don't mean that Chadwick's job didn't say something else to him. So we don't know what was said. And my reply was simply, yeah, we do know what was said. There are several videos out there with Chadwick Boseman himself literally saying how he felt about recasting the role. Everybody's trying to make it into this like what he said was like metaphysical, or like what he said was figurative. I mean, the man literally said, I believe the role should be continued, out of his mouth. So I'm like, why are we even having this conversation about what Chadwick Boseman did or didn't say? And I told Muggs, I'm not looking that stuff up for them no more. I'm not dropping links in there no more. You got Google too. You look it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll point you in the direction, but I'm not going to go look all of that up for you. Oh, by the way, everyone, happy National Superhero Day. Yay! How many people knew it was National Superhero Day today? Hey, Theo, what's happening? Happy National Superhero Day, bruh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, D. Don't ask me for no proof. You the one that want the proof. So you go find the proof. I already looked it up and saw it. I don't I don't feel like I need to keep looking and putting links and directing people where to go. Man, get out of here. Uh yes, sir. Yeah, they just playing dumb. That's exactly what it is. Or a word, a term I've been hearing said and have been saying a lot myself. Cognitive dissonance. That new information just won't go in there because that old information is like, we don't want to see that. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's why y'all, you know. And see, I can tell you right now what's going to happen. When that trailer drops, everybody gonna turn around and look at us like, see, we told y'all there wasn't gonna be no T'Challa in it. Fool, we knew it wasn't gonna be no T'Challa in it. Why you think we asking for a T'Challa? Hey, man, when I started out in this thing, Theo, I was all too happy to give people links and all of that kind of stuff, man. And Mugs now they look at links and be like, so Mugs. I sent that Derek Bozeman video with a link to somebody and told them, about 17 minutes and 29 seconds in. That just go straight to that. They came back and was like, oh, well, that could be interpreted any kind of way. It can? Watch the video again, fool. I didn't get no multiple interpretations out of what Pastor Bozeman said. You know what I'm saying? So he had no reason to lie, you know? And that also just proves the other part of what he said about it being a narrative to not show black people or black men specifically empowered in positions of power. So how do we counteract that? At least how Marvel chooses to counteract it, Disney chooses to counteract it. Throw a bunch of women at you. Throw a bunch of estrogen at you. Oh, we got America Chavez. Oh, we got Kamala Khan. Oh, we got Shuri. Oh, we got Riri Williams. Oh, we got She-Hulk. Just bombing you. If they do make another Avengers movie, 5 of them 7 Avengers is going to be female. Not that that's a bad thing, but canonically incorrect. And your man's all about correctness in canon. Hey, Jeffrey, what's up, dude? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? Always good to see you. It can be interpreted different ways by those of less intelligence. I agree, Mr. Smith, or those who engage in active cognitive dissonance. Um, someone can believe I got cursed out by the real Roland Martin, but wasn't spoken to by the real Derek Bozeman. The definition of irony, Theo. The definition of irony. You know, we done seen both. We done seen both. I know I ain't the only one that's seen both. Several people have seen both. And I know it ain't just pro recast people that saw, you know what I'm saying, that you were spoken to by Roland Martin and Derek Bozeman. Well, Roland Martin, well, you the one that got it directly, but he called us all fools. Yep, all day, man. Cognitive dissonance, man. They just don't. And if you ask one of them, they'll say we're engaged in cognitive dissonance. And it's not cognitive dissonance. I'm telling you what I want, and you're not giving it to me. That's not cognitive dissonance. I'm not pushing aside another thought process. You said you want to make a movie. Okay, cool. But you want me to go see that movie, but you ain't making that movie viewable for me. I only asked for one thing. We only asked for one thing, one person. That's it. But that seems to be the hardest thing for them to do. D, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about that. D. Steezel says we should support this film because it's mostly black. That's a quote. Um, and that's his favorite excuse, just because the film. Yeah, here's how I feel about that. And a lot of people might disagree, but feel free to disagree. Pro-black does not mean anti-white. Let me say that again. Because it goes over people's head every time I say it. Pro-black does not mean anti-white, unless you're a 5%er or you know, an extremist like that who believe that all white men are the devil. But yeah, I mean, some of the people who are active in the recast T'Challa movement are white people. I was on Instagram talking to a cat in London, England, that told me he saw my videos and likes my videos. London. So, I mean, he's down. So I should be like, no, you go back to merry old chap. We don't need your kind supporting T'Challa. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Why would I? We need all the swinging, you know what's we can get. um, I agree. By that logic, we should all support horrible Tyler Perry flicks. Exactly. You know, and we should support the decline in the scary movie series. They got less and less black as they went along. I don't know. I don't get how people feel like, what is Theo saying? That also suggesting my blackness shouldn't be supported because of what? I'm not an actor. I'm a black fan. So how about the black actors support me? And I ain't asking for money. Word, Theo. Word the big bird, my dude. I yeah. And to the cat that was talking about, oh, I see that you have low subscriber numbers. What in the does that have to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? So what? Influence is influence. I'm not trying to gain subscribers so much as I am trying to gain influence. And I'm sure you feel the same way, Theo. I couldn't care less if I had 10 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers. Number one, I enjoy doing what I do. Number two, I'm not doing it because I want people to kiss my butt. I'm doing it because it's my truth. There. Um, Jeffrey Lane would like to point out that the Boule, I'm assuming that was Bouget, have their hands all over this movie, and they are the black Illuminati, and they don't care about black people. Some of the cast is not what you think. I don't think the cast is anything except under contract and being thralls and clones and robots and saying what Marvel and Disney tell them to say. Oh, this is going to be a great movie. Oh, this is being done to honor Chadwick. Oh, we can't wait for you to. BS. Period. Point blank. Don't care. I mean, what that the debacle with Roland Martin that we had on Twitter taught me that celebrities are human beings. Celebrities are human beings with human frailties. Look at Johnny Depp. Look at Will Smith. Look at Ezra Miller. Celebrities are human freaking beings and they do human stuff. So we need to stop placing them on this pedestal and make them seem like they're demigods or something like that. They're human as beings, man. They're human beings. I don't care how well you can dance or sing or act like you crying or act like you happy or sad. You at the end of the day, you're still a human being doing a job. Period. We got you, D. Don't worry about haters, my G. Oh, G, I ain't worried about them, but my thing is, um, and that wasn't directed towards me. That was directed towards Mister Butler there. But he said the fella apologized. So it's like you could have 50 subscribers and have hella influence. It's not about the numbers. The numbers, to me, all the numbers are about, well, all those factor in for it is when the time comes to monetize. Okay. Not in it for that either. But when that comes, cool. Until then, I'm not, what does the good book say? I am not going to scoff at my humble beginnings because after the beginning, I'm gonna have a story to tell. And folks who say things about, oh, I don't pay no attention to you because you only got 100 subscribers, or you only got 200 subscribers, or you only got 300 subscribers. You don't know. You might miss a jewel because you're being bougie. Yeah, yeah, yep. There's real Marvel fans. Yeah, I learned that. Matter of fact, on Instagram, all I did was complimented a cosplayer in Australia's outfit, and they just like went nuts. Oh my god, a wonderful compliment, blah blah blah. All I was saying was, okay, that's a shop. That's a shop magic, because she was dressed like magic, and it was like magic from the New Mutants when they still had the blue and gold outfits, and she kind of had like a little bit of metal, and she had the horns coming up out. It was dope. It was dope little cosplay, and now I have friends in Australia and England. Maybe I should focus on them, huh? No, I love y'all too much. G said, if we get a black female Panther, I'm going to go crazy in a bad way. Well, bruh, I suggest you get a prescription for Adderall or Xanax or sertraline or something like that. So if you're going to go crazy, you need something to take the edge off, bruh, because what is it? It's almost May, and we still don't know what the plot of Black Panther Wakanda Forever is. All we know is Namor, and he's gonna have he gonna come through, smash and crush, kill and destroy, and then have a come to Jesus moment and say, okay, I made a mistake, my bad, y'all. Can I be a hero now? Oh, what, we ain't sending Namor to the raft? Oh, he just break out anyway, right? And it's in the water. Maybe we need to put him in a sauna somewhere. I would love to see a female Black Panther, but not until at least Black Panther 3, like a team up movie. A female Black Panther would be good on Disney Plus. Word, word. I agree, G. I agree 100%. That need to be right there with Ironheart, Armor Wars, and Moon Knight. And what in the hell is going on with Moon Knight? That show took a dip. Episode 5 is like, what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobins is going on right now with this metaphysical journey, and the journey don't make no sense. I'm like, man, what the least of their problems should be Mark Spector being Jewish right now. That Moon Knight ain't gonna make it, y'all. I'm gonna just say it. Every episode I've watched, we saw Moon Knight or Mr. Knight for like 5 minutes in the whole episode. And that was it. You don't see him no more in the episode. Yeah. Your man is very, very seriously contemplating getting rid of Disney Plus because they are looking garbage. Yeah, there have been 2 Black Panthers simultaneously. Yeah. Diesel petty or I'm petty? That bruh, where the lie at though? Is what I'm saying. Ain't no lies. Bruh. Okay. Episode 1. He didn't come until like the last 2 minutes of that episode? Episode 2, I don't think he was in there very long either. It's like he came out, did some stuff, and that was it. Episode 3, that was all about the Egyptian Parthenon. So we didn't really see a whole lot of him. And then Khonshu got in trouble, and the guys spanked him. And episode 4, that was probably the most we saw Moon Knight. I ain't right, but I ain't wrong. Fair enough, Theo. Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did put T'Challa in a coma. I get that. Coma is the operative word, Grand Madam. Coma. That means you knocked out, not dead. You still be on some life support. And we know Wakanda got some high-tech life support. So I even once did a video where I said, okay, maybe we could do Wakanda forever with T'Challa trapped on the ancestral plane and Shuri scrambling and figuring out ways to try to get him back. Or eventually she ends up going to the ancestral plane, a lot like in the comics, how he did for her. So at least that would have been somewhat canonical. You know what I'm saying? This stuff they doing is just like they on a tangent. Let's kill T'Challa and put M'Baku in the mix. Winston Duke could have took a back seat. He done got a pay raise. Winston Duke done got a pay raise. That means we're gonna be seeing more of them. How? Don't be shocked if the two Black Panthers on screen simultaneously are M'Baku and Shuri. Yes. Yes, D. Steezel. That is what's happening with Moon Knight. Moon Knight is focusing too much on explaining stuff and it forgot that it's a damn superhero show. So we want to see superhero stuff. Don't want to just see Moon Knight jump off a roof, hit 3 people, and go back. What is that? The show's called Moon Knight. So who should we see? Marvel seems to have that problem of not putting the titular character in said show or movie. Yeah. Yeah, Theo, I'm banking on the M'Baku Shuri combination because why else would they give Winston Duke more money? Why would he get paid more money? Because his role has been expanded. How much has it been expanded? Is he gonna put on a man ape suit? I felt funny even saying that. You know, you think about it, in the 60s and the 70s, and maybe a little further into the 80s, it was cool to call a black man man ape, but they need to just change his name to the white gorilla. Man ape ain't gonna work. Nobody wants to see Man Ape as Black Panther, Mr. Smith, but the casuals, like I've been saying, casuals don't know no better. You show a casual a Man Ape Black Panther, and they think that's canon. You show a casual Shuri in a Black Panther outfit, and Shuri is the only person fit to be Black Panther from that point moving forward. It just whatever you feed casuals, they eat it up like Lucky Charms cereal. I agree, D. Diesel. Halo is way more interesting than Moon Knight. At least you get to see Master Chief. At least you get to see Cortana. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with that. All I needed to see was Master Chief and Cortana, and Master Chief shooting some stuff, and aliens. Boom, done. My Halo fix has been met already, and we only like what 3, 4 episodes in. Marvel, figure it out. Damn. That's what I said, Theo. So he just finna give up the Gorilla God and roll with Boss. I love my friend so much, I'm gonna convert to his religion. And when they gonna be enemies? Well, never if he's dead. But I mean, T'Challa and Man Ape were enemies. He started off as an ally, but they became enemies, bitter enemies. The 6th episode of Halo. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out tonight. I like Halo. I like vibing with Halo. Oh, I know what I was gonna tell y'all. Do y'all know who Olivia Wilde is? Do you know who Olivia Wilde is? She was married to Jason Sudeikis from Saturday Night Live, and she was on the podium at CinemaCon speaking, that same CinemaCon where they dropped the info about Wakanda Forever. She got served divorce papers on stage. G, the female Black Panther was introduced around 2004 during the Reginald Hudlin run. And well, not even during the Reginald Hudlin run, but Reginald Hudlin was Black Panthering at the time. And she came to be during Who is the Black Panther? And that was like his earliest run on Black Panther. And they introduced Shuri because she wanted to get into the arena and square off with her uncle and try to become the Black Panther then. But didn't work out that way. Later on, she eventually, I don't want to just sit here and give a Shuri lesson, but why not? Okay, long story short, Shuri wasn't initially accepted by Bast as a viable Black. If Bast manages to live through Love and Thunder, when Gore the God Butcher comes through murdering shit, she might be able to have that interaction with Shuri and tell her, okay, you are unworthy. You are not fit to rock with the Black Panther. Then on top of that, there's the issue of the not being any more heart-shaped herb. So yes, indeed. How is she going to be the Black Panther? She's going to have to be a 100% technology-based Black Panther. Yeah, edutainment's kind of what I do. Can't help it. Can't help it. When I see a need, I jump in there. It's just what I do, y'all. It's just what I do. But anyway, how would you feel? No problem, G. Like I said, edutainment is what I do. How would back to the Olivia Wilde thing? How would you feel? How would you feel? I mean, from what I read, she didn't react. She just pulled the papers out, looked at them, put them back in the envelope, and kept doing what she was doing on stage. But and then Jason Sudeikis later, he said he didn't mean for them to go and serve her papers while she was on stage. I guess that is one exuberant server. She on stage. Oh shoot, I can get her now. Oh, my dude, that's what I'm talking about. Craven. When is Sony gonna stop making these standalone Spider-Man character movies? They do not work. They are terrible. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Everybody like, oh, Venom was good. I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That they was it was canonically off. It was a canonical nightmare. You know what I'm saying? How do you explain Venom without Spider-Man? How do you explain Carnage without Spider-Man? How do you explain Craven the Hunter of all people without Spider-Man? Morbius, to a lesser degree, I could kind of see, but even Morbius was all rooted in Spider-Man. He made his debut in what? Amazing Spider-Man number 101, right after the 100th issue. These things will say he want to see M'Baku eat a heart-shaped herb and choke on it like on Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, kind of, yeah, Hawkeye. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that is where they mentioned it is applied topically. which to me makes more sense. I mean, it would take longer for that versus that. That's right there. Boom. Let's start panthering. Yeah, I believe that too, G. Because she didn't overreact. She didn't go out in the audience and smack nobody. Yeah, they do make it seem like anyone can take it in the MCU, and M'Baku should drop dead if they do manage to. Well, artificial heart shaped herb. Anyone? That's what Killmonger took in the comics. So are they going to make an artificial heart-shaped herb? That that creates a bigger problem. If they make an artificial heart-shaped herb, can anyone see how that creates a bigger problem than it fixes? I know the folks at Marvel don't see it because if they make an artificial heart-shaped herb and put it in that movie, then clearly they read the comics but did not comprehend them. Process servers are paid to give the respondent the court papers either by placing the documents in the person's hands wherever they are. I got a summons. I got a summons to show up in court and testify on the behalf of one of my clients last year, and the gal who served me, she rolled up. I was sitting on my porch. She rolled up on the porch, was like, bam, there you go. I mean, it wasn't a bad thing because I wasn't in trouble, but still, it's like, man, you going hard to get that stuff, to get it served. You showing up in my yard, and you know what I'm saying? Just anywho, only someone from the Panther tribe can take the heart-shaped herb. Or if we wanted to say that another way, we could say only someone with royal blood can take the heart-shaped herb. So, yeah, that's going to be fun to watch them screw up. So, here's the strategy, y'all. This is what I was told by um as my man Mr. Smith put it, fearless leader, that the strategy for dealing with this trailer is to basically not do anything. Because if I'm checking inequities and saying, okay, this isn't what should be, what's that going to say to the casual? And my thought process is if you're trying to make something work, you need to make it work so that the casual can see it, because it's these casuals who are going to show up in force to watch this movie because they don't know no better. We need to get that information to them. They need to know what's being perpetrated by Disney Studios and Marvel, because just like I think somebody said in the thread earlier, black folks gonna be like, oh, you a coon, you a sellout, because you won't support Angela Bassett and Winston Duke and Lupita and them. You ain't supporting your people. I can hear that already when you try to explain to them that the people that they going in hard to support are the ones that's bamboozling, hoodwinking, and leading them astray. Uh, These Diesel, you say you heard wild rumors last year about the heart-shaped herb and T'Challa's corpse. Ha! Chillmonger, you are in the building, sir. Que paso? Love how I started my list with Angela Bassett. Yeah, because Angela Bassett, the one was tooting her horn the loudest on the Ellen show. Oh, it's gonna be so great. Oh, it's gonna be so wonderful. Huh? Did they pay you extra to do that, Angie? You know what I'm saying? And then, everybody's favorite sellout, Anthony Mackie, he gonna come in and drop his nickels worth of pump it up. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be a great movie. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I was on the set. I ain't in the movie, but it's gonna be great. Go take several seats. Okay, Grand Madam, you have my permission to be right back. I'm playing. It's all love. Okay, so I was told by someone who works in journalism, but I won't say their name. And D, you don't have to. Comprende, capiche, caput, understand. Got it. Yeah. So if we got all of this insider information, wink, wink, why ain't we sharing more of it? Notice how I say we and not I. If you want, and I think it was Mr. Smith that pointed it out. Like if you are coming at somebody in conflict, you either gonna deal with them hard or you either gonna deal with them soft. In martial arts, when you talk about hard and soft techniques, Tai Chi is considered soft. Okay, something like Muay Thai, Krav Maga, that's considered hard. Okay, because that's just hands on. I'm touching you. I'm getting up close and personal, and we gonna have some love. Okay, whereas something like Tai Chi, we all just out in the park waving and breathing and doing our thing, and that's cool for what it is. But I bet not see you trying to whip out Tai Chi in a fight unless you done been in somebody's Shaolin temple or something like that. And the point I'm getting at is if we talking about dealing directly, going head on at the powers that be, we got to do it hard. We can't do it soft. Soft ain't gonna get you nothing but delays. Soft ain't gonna get you nothing but people saying, "Oh, we understand," but yada 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 yada. I done been in there. I can't tell you how many times I done picketed and protested and lobbied for something, and the powers that be tell you, well, here's what we have to do. They say we, but it means your ass. You the one got to do it, not them. They don't have to do nothing. Man, D, we don't know anything about military strategy, physical, emotional, spiritual, or mental. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But I can learn you. I know you're being sarcastic, but we can learn them. Okay? It's not a hard thing to do. Set a goal, visualize a goal, get active. That's it. And I was talking to Theo last night, and I was talking about the art of war. Man, come on now. In the art of war, there are things mentioned like, okay, if I want to undermine my foe who's in a fortified position, if I want to undermine my foe, Marvel, Disney, who's in a fortified position, the high ground, and I have everybody brainwashed and they believe what I want them to believe, then I can't go at that head on. At least not directly. I can go at it head on indirectly. Sun Tzu talks about taking the bodies of dead warriors and tossing them into the fortified positions water supply. So that way they don't have any water to drink. And when they can't drink water, you basically kind of start starving them out. So they either have to sit in there and die, or they got to come out and wage war. Y'all see what I'm getting at? Do y'all dig what a brother's shoveling? It's definitely about strategy, and strategy is not hard if you just think and dispense with what the powers that be are saying, and especially if they can cloud your judgment. If I can cloud your judgment, oh, that's a wrap. It's all done but the shout. Because if you got conflicting issues, Dirt plus bucket, my man. If you got conflicting issues, this is you. These are the conflicting issues. Let's just say, for instance, I'm going to use a 100% hypothetical situation so that nobody gets in their feelings. All right. Let's say you're a stripper. Okay. But you're also on the usher board at your church. Conflicting issues. How do you, in the middle, deal with those conflicting issues? That's a one or the other type situation. Once all of that comes out into the light, hey, Miss Mary Mack is a stripper over at the Feel Good Whoop Whoop Club. You know what I'm saying? But how is she? Oh, we're gonna have to kick her off the usher board. We can't have no strippers on the usher board. Or Miss Mary Mack can be like, you know what, usher board? F y'all. I'm done. I make big money down at the Whoop Whoop Club. So I'm gonna go over there. Conflicting issues. If you are trying to reach an objective, you got to be clear about which direction you're going in. Am I taking the role of a stripper, or am I taking the role of an usher? That's a lesson some people ain't wrapped their brain around quite yet. If Disney Marvel felt there was going to be a negative turnout and they're getting negative press from black media, they would have done address the movement. They never felt that cause of, well, exactly, Theo. Yes, that's a wild scenario. Yeah, it is. Because if I'd have said really, really, then, and as I said in a previous video, I am a respectful person until you give me a reason not to be. You're right. Shilmaga, you said she should donate in ones. What's the problem? The problem, Chillmonger, is she's a stripper who works in a church. She's a stripper who provides services, not stripping services, to a church. That is a conflict mentally and spiritually, not necessarily physically. But if you're conflicted, the conflict's up here. It's not a physical conflict. So, how is she going to effectively operate on the usher board? What if she's called on to lead the usher board? How's she going to effectively do that if she's destroying her witness by going down to the Whoop Whoop Club and making it clap like an audience at at Avengers Endgame? Yes, Mr. Smith, exactly it. It's kind of like being a practicing vegan working at a slaughterhouse. Boom! My man is on board and understands the assignment. Thank you, D. Steezel. I went extreme, but Y'all digging what a brother shoveling. So that's my point. Okay, if we fight, we fight. If we just gonna stand around and talk, I can be on down the street doing something else if ain't nothing gonna be done but conversation. If we trying to make this thing happen, if we trying to move to the next level, we have to be somewhat aggressive. We can't just sit around and just because what? It's April. I'm expecting a trailer at the earliest July. At that point, we only got like what, 3 months? What you gonna do in 3 months? Look how long it took to get 60,000 signatures. How long will it take before somebody even addresses that there's an issue? By that time, the movie will be out. It works either way, D. Why did we draft Kenny Pickett? Yes. Yes, D. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I was talking to somebody this morning. I think it was on uh I know May Kent made a comment and she was like, if she's at the movies, I'm assuming May Kent is a she. If she's at the movies, she said she is going to get up and walk out of the movie and stay out for about 10 minutes and then come back when she think the preview's over. That's dedication. That is she dead ass serious about what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? I This is kind of turning into the the T'Challa trailer live, but I'm here for it. Shot for shot, and yes, okay. When somebody fires something across the port bow, you ain't supposed to say, let's talk about this. You fire the hell back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't waiting. Why are you waiting? What will be a failure? The first made 1.3 billion worldwide. Yeah. Um Not making 1.3 billion. Because isn't the goal with movies, correct me if I'm wrong, to surpass the previous movie? To surpass the previous movie in action, to surpass the previous movie in every financially surpass. That is the purpose of a sequel. Surpass the original. If the sequel does not surpass the original, it is a failure, brother Monger. Yeah, there. That's another thing there. 1.3 billion because T'Challa was in it. Let's clock 1.3 billion off of Shuri's ass. Let's clock 1.3 billion off of M'Baku. Nakia, Okoye, doubtful. Just like I've said before, there is none of them without T'Challa. It don't make no sense. Exactly. Same goes for Thor and Cap. Iron Man 2 and 3 wouldn't have been made without Tony Stark. Oh, just like Derek Bozeman said, he believes that there is a narrative in Hollywood. A narrative. Do we know the definition of the word narrative? That means behind closed doors, folks that don't want to see black people as kings and royalty talk about not seeing them as kings and royalty actively and make plans to ensure that they are not seen as kings and royalty actively. If I'm all the way at the top, I can tell everybody underneath me to do whatever I need them to do. Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore are being told what to do. They probably got a little freeway, a little freeway, a little latitude, a little bit, a very little bit. But oh, you trust and believe. Anybody for 1 second start making a motion talking about a strong black man in that narrative, we ain't having it. That's why that shit is saturated with women. Addition by subtraction. Don't be fooled. Are we thinking their opening day numbers won't be affected? I assume that's would be affected because the number is down just based on those who are dead set not going. That affects their household members as well. I agree. That's my point. That's why it is so important to get at the casuals. That's why it's so important. They the ones that's just gonna go in there and pack the movie theater. Black Panther, oh, let's go. Ain't seen not one of these videos, ain't seen not one of these lives, ain't seen my stuff, ain't seen Theo's stuff, ain't seen Back of the Bus, ain't seen nobody that's talking about this. That's why the hell Roland Martin said, don't nobody know nothing about it. Don't nobody care about it. Because nobody knows. Outside of them 60,000 and us, it feels like anyway. America loves Pookie and Ray Ray, not a black king of integrity. Truth, no cap, Grand Madam. Straight to VHS and a laser disc. Damn. Okay. That was a throwback. Derek did say that, and that statement is being casually dismissed. Yes, Theo, it is being casually dismissed. Unfreaking believable. They'll point out that the man's statement about T'Challa's legacy being continued is ambiguous. They'll point that out though. There is a narrative and we want it changed. Period. Amen, my dude. Amen. How's it going, Rick? Sinclair the Wolf. Roo, roo, roo. What's good, gamer? Head splitter, wig splitter. He like Eddie. He played Tekken, and Eddie Gordo and Bruce Irvin are his dudes, the black characters. Loving it. Yeah, but no cap. Bruce Irvin is an entire beast in Tekken, man. He got that Muay Thai and it heights. Yeah, it'll of course it's gonna make money, but nah. And no, it's not going to come close to 1.3 billion. Here, you heard it here first. It won't make 800 million. That's my prediction. I don't think it will even make 800 million. I'm not sure if you've caught it, but in Civil War, my two-phase of War Machine. Yeah, I rocks with you, Sinclair. I rocks with you, bruh. Crazy, because when we asked about pushing Derek's video, what were we told, D? You just get the bobblehead on that one, dog. Let's push the Derek Bozeman video. Wah, wah, wah. If they kill him, the word will get out and there will be a big drop off in the box office. Yeah, but yeah, in theory, Chillmonger, yeah. You're not wrong, but As I said, I prefer to strategize. I don't want to leave it to chance. I don't want to leave it to let's let nature take its course because I don't trust it to take its course when we dealing with Hollywood. You feel me? Second, third, fourth weekend box office will be interesting. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. And I think the only Marvel movie that's come out in this phase that really did good numbers was Spider-Man, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I can look it up right now, but I'm like 99.999% sure Spider-Man No Way Home is the only Marvel movie that has not performed subpar or to its standard. I think what Marvel did with this first phase is they made a big hill and that mug got ice on it. And they trying to get back up the top of that hill and they got on ice skates. El Mariachi. H-Town! H-Town! What's good, my dude? What's good? Appreciate you giving a brother some pub on Twitter, man. Appreciate it. Much love, much love, much love and respect. Um, I don't know. I know of a movie called El Mariachi G. with well, it wasn't with Antonio Banderas, but El Mariachi is the movie that Desperado with Antonio Banderas is a sequel to. Theo said we need to enhance those numbers, increase the number that won't go, the number that won't go back a second time. You're on. You understand the assignment, sir. That is precisely what needs to be done. Watching these videos and sharing these videos is cool, but we need to, if you'll pardon the pun, we need to have casual conversation. Just whatever you normally talk about. Wedge that in edgewise. I'm sitting with some folks that I rock with every Saturday, and we all together, slapping bones and having red wine and whatnots, and that conversation comes up. I mention it. Some people act like they don't want to hear it. Other people ask questions. But the point is, I spoke. I elaborated. I planted the seed. Now, what that seed grows into, I don't know. But I'm on my Johnny Appleseed game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going out there planting the seed. I'm just going out there planting the seed. You know what I'm saying? It might grow into somebody that want to see it. It might grow into somebody that don't want to see it. But I know one thing for sure. If I don't say anything, a lot of them people I don't talk to are going to go see it. They making a remake of El Mariachi? Hell no. Yeah, Marvel should be scared, G. They should be because they on the cusp of effing up real bad if they don't figure it out. Yeah, that's a horrible idea. Shang-Chi did okay. Let's see what okay is, D. And now what I measure that against, and tell me if this makes sense, how much it cost to make that movie versus how much that movie actually made. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This is courtesy of Internet Movie Database. So if y'all don't really trust Internet Movie Database, then these numbers aren't going to mean a whole lot to you. Okay, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings had a estimated $200 million budget. Its U.S. gross was 224,543,292, and a worldwide gross of 432 million. They're in the black. Okay, but as far as astronomical busting, breaking, banging down the box office, that did not happen with Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It sounds like it barely made did successful numbers. Whereas, what is it? Spider-Man did like 800 million, 800 plus. Come on, y'all. Help me help y'all. El Mariachi showed up in 2 issues only. He's a wrestler who gets his powers via his luchador mask. Oh, that El Mariachi. What? Oh, God. He wrestled Spider-Man to prove he was worthy of carrying on the family. They making a movie? That El Mariachi? Boo. Boo. I want to see El Mariachi in a movie, said nobody ever. I had previously brought this idea to Byron. I was thinking of doing a fan film with Byron as T'Challa and me as James Rhodes. Yes, I have prior acting experience. Okay, me too. Okay, I understand that. I understand that. And if y'all need a bad guy, Sinclair, I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, I got you, D. Was Eternals and Black Widow flops? Would you like to know more? Eternal. Oh, that's that's P-Ternals. That's not gonna get me much. Eternals. Wee Eternals. La 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 la. Eternals. It's about same exact numbers as Shang-Chi, G. Again, $200 million budget, 164 million US, 402 million worldwide. Not bad, but not good either. You said Black Widow. I don't even want to look at Black Widow because I know it did horrendous numbers. But just for the sake, Black Widow, again, 200 million to make. Made 183 million US. Made 379 million worldwide. Floppy. That's kind of floppy. That's a flop menu. Anywho, Chillmonger. See, I watched the first movie 3 times. Even if I see BP2 once, they will lose 2 movie tickets. Marvel can redeem themselves if they keep T'Challa alive, or I find out the movie happens in the blip. If the movie happens during the blip, okay, that's, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about that either. It's just like, damn, why do y'all have to be murderous? Stop it. Yeah, indeed. The numbers ain't, yeah, just because these movies, that's what I say about marketing and hype. You know, when you see a commercial on TV and they talk about the #1 movie in America, yeah, that week, the #1 movie in America that week at that moment in time, it don't mean the #1 movie of all time or the #1 movie of the year. Okay. Okay. If that's okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. I used to have the comic in which Spider-Man fought La Tarantula and Tarantula's leg was broken from falling on the train tracks. Okay. I remember the media kept bragging about Shang-Chi like it was a global success. This is what I'm saying, D, about marketing, about advertising. Just because a movie does well does not mean it's a good movie. Just means it's a well marketed one. And when a movie's well marketed, people go and see it. So it's in the marketing. I would love to see what the marketing campaign is going to be for Wakanda Forever. Yeah, Sinclair, Moon Knight's cool, but you don't. We was talking about it earlier. You don't see much of Moon Knight in the Moon Knight series. Where they do that at? Oh man, I remember Bantam. He was actually like a little bantamweight boxer, and he had like a rooster outfit. And I kid y'all not, there is an independent character right now made by a black creator. He's all black, got a beak, got a rooster thing, and his name, the character's name, is Black Cock. I'm a, I'm a speak on that a little later, maybe in a video. I think people are getting tired of all these comic book movies, in my opinion. G, I think you're right. I hate to say that much as I love comics, but I do think, the superhero movie could potentially be going the way of the dinosaur. Not because people are fed up and tired of it, but because the quality of them is waning. Aunt May. The only way I would be interested in seeing Black Panther Wakanda Forever is if they killed off the main T'Challa, as if they bring in Star-Lord T'Challa. If you want to see that, my dude, okay. Yeah. They obviously were just saying that because of the whole Asian superhero thing. I say recast T'Challa and Star-Lord. And James Gunn, Taika Waititi, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's it. No, I don't like what Taika Waititi did with Thor. I mean, all of those, because he drew heavily from the Walt Simonson stuff, and he ain't doing no justice. He ain't doing no justice at all, man. And I'm just like, and he put all that humor in it, and I'm like, nah, I need my Thor stoic. I need my Thor halcyon. I need my Thor, you know what I'm saying? Shakespearean, even. I wouldn't have been upset at the thigh thither. I don't know if he spoke like that, if his speech pattern would have been like that. I mean, that would have been a great opportunity for Snark Stark to make more jokes about him. And the Minute Brothers. Yeah, I don't like Ragnarok either, which is ironically the Hulk's best movie. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing or what they're trying to do or what they are attempting to try to do, but it ain't working. And Marvel and DC is about to fall flat on their face. And I don't want them to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they had Beta Ray Bill's head in Ragnarok up on that when they on the tower. They had his head in there, but other than that, you get no Beta Ray Bill. Um, yeah, we talked about this, D. Yeah, no Enchantress, no Balder, but you got the Executioner. Just randomly throw him in there. And then he wasn't even a cool executioner. He was like a wimpy executioner. He looked like the executioner, but he was a wimpy executioner. Ace Town said he will not be watching anything BP related in the MCU if they don't recast. Also, I'm almost at the point where I'm going to stop buying BP comics because I feel they're going to. Let me tell you something. Ace Town, you hit on a good point. I don't know who it was on Twitter today that mentioned that very thing. Well, all the stuff. You got the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. You got your kings going through all of these phases and changes. Wakanda as a nation should not have internal strife. What the hell? Wakanda should be an example to the planet. Infighting? Come on, man. I mean, I get y'all want to make it look more real, like real Africa, but Wakanda's supposed to be the jewel. Wakanda's supposed to be the city, the lightest city on the hill. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the example, but they out there fighting like Rwanda. They out there for coincidentally, Wakanda sits physically where just about where Rwanda is. So the definition of irony again. I get that the comics aren't connected, but Ta-Nehisi Coates just did what John Ridley is getting ready to do right now. There go my issue with writers who aren't comic book writers. Oh, let me just do what I want to do. I'm not going to respect the other cat's run. Why? Why will we start making Wakanda fight and battle and bicker and do all this infighting and bull crap like that when they're supposed to be the better people? I get, if somebody come picking a fight, then yeah, put heads on the pike all day. But the internal strife, not a good look. I mean, but then that beggars a deeper message that I don't want to get into right now because the MCU has heavily influenced the comics since the Disney takeover. Yes, period. Since the early 2000s, the cinematic version of Blade is what the comic book version is now. At one point, I think during John Cassidy's run on the X-Men, the uniforms similar to what they wore in the movie, except they had a little yellow. I can go on and on and on. Because movies are a much wider observed medium than comics. You want what's in the wider observed media to be reflected in the smaller media. Hence, it feeds into the larger media. It's business 101. I mean, it's not a stretch, but it's dastardly, man. Because if T'Challa is deceased in the MCU, how long will it be before they start trying to make him look like he looks in the comics, like he looks in the movies? Non-existent. And if you look at the history of Black Panther comics, they've always been broken runs. Always been broken runs. Jungle Action from 74 to 76, issue 6 through 24, then nothing until 77. And then you get a Black Panther run, 15 issues, then nothing until 98. You got a couple of limited series, but we haven't had a consistent, steady Black Panther run because the artists, and well, not the artists necessarily, but the writers they put on Black Panther either don't want to stay with the comic or they get burned out. They literally completely changed Shuri to fit the MCU image. Yeah. But, Shuri is entirely different in the comics, entirely different. She's not young and impetuous, you know what I'm saying? Grant Morrison. You're right, D. Steezer. Grant Morrison. Cassidy was after the uniforms. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury has become the model of the comic Nick Fury. Actually, Sinclair, that is the other way around. The ultimate line of comics is the first place you see, and that's in the 90s. That's the first place you see a Samuel L. Jackson looking Nick Fury. So the Samuel L. Jackson, they actually drew him to look like Samuel L. Jackson. And even in the Ultimate Avengers movie, he kind of, the animated movie, he kind of looked like Samuel L. Jackson. So it's the other way around with that. Samuel L. Jackson inspired the comic book version of Nick Fury. And that was a perfect marketing scheme. He segued right in to that movie role. Like it already looked like me. Shit, y'all might as well just put me in the route. Joe Quesada himself said, if you want to find out what's going on with the East MCU, read our comics, our new comics, which I ain't that crazy about. I just came from the LCS today. Speaking of which, I got some stuff I need to read. I got some things I need to do. And I believe I have company. So, y'all, we at the hour 20 mark. Dang, we was in it. And we didn't do nothing but stay mainly on one subject. Look here, y'all. I appreciate all this love. I appreciate all of y'all coming in here. Sinclair, it is always, always, always a pleasure to see you, my brother. Diesel, H-Town, dang, Chillmonger. Hey, Chillmonger, shoot me that link, dude. I'm down like 4 flats. Next week, y'all, I think I am going to pull out my Marvel Cards Against Humanity. And we're gonna do some Cards Against Humanity. Let's see how good y'all are at that. Nah. I got life, y'all. Much as I love y'all, I gotta do stuff. Look here, like I said, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm about to get up, get out of here. Look here, y'all. Theo, my man Theo, D Diesel, Mr. Smith, Grand Madam, man, everybody. If I miss anybody. Nah. Peace and love, man, to all of y'all, man. I'll be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good and be good to each other.